There you are. I've been looking for you.
I think you get the vibe.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's like...
There you are. Welcome back to Under the Mountain, an ACOTAR podcast. I'm your host, Frank.
And I'm Lauren.
And today we'll be covering chapters 20 and 21 of A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas.
Yes, we're getting into the big stuff now. The big boy stuff. The big girl stuff.
Lots of... There's big all over this chapter.
I wish there were more big girls, but...
There are not enough big girls.
There's some big boys, so I'll take that. Mm-hmm. So many things we've been waiting for have happened.
Exciting plot.
Plot. Rhysand is here. God. Oh
Hell yeah.
God. Okay. Yeah, Rhysand is here. I heard a rumor, though, that Tamlin's going to show up later.
We don't need that guy.
I heard a rumor.
We don't need that guy. No way.
That Tamlin might also come. And you know what? Christmas has just passed, but for me today, I think it is Christmas once again. Because I'm getting Rhysand and Tamlin here
all
with
at once.
me.
That's it.
I'm so lucky.
Big gifts for our girl.
Thank you. And so if you're not seeing us visually, you better go on TikTok or something, because Frank is Rhysand today.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you, Feyre. Don't let me change my mind.
Is that what he made you think?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Emo boy.
It wasn't this wig you put on?
No. Definitely not. If you can't tell, this is not my normal hair. This is actually a black wig, but it kind of looks like my hair,
it
so
like
I don't know.
Could be your hair in a weird way.
But we're here. We're sad boys.
Did Rhysand have his chest hair out and his guns out?
Debatable.
I don't know.
Debatable. He should have
mentioned, but I'm not complaining. I think we took some liberties in a direction that only improved the material.
All right, we took the blueprint and we made it better.
I am Feyre going to, which I've since learned it is not CALANMAI, it is CALANMAI.
CALANMAI.
I'm Feyre going to CALANMAI. They didn't specify what her cloak and hood looked like, color, etc. I took it upon myself to make it white because I think she's riding the white mare into the...
Yep.
So here we go. All right. There is so much to cover. We have so much to say. We're doing 2 chapters. I hope we don't have any time limit today, so I think we'll be fine. But we do have one thing to let you know. Assuming you're watching, there's a new person here.
Oh, wow. I almost didn't see them there.
Right atop our book, there is a rather large, rather rainbow SURIEL.
Yes.
Now you might think...
glorious.
Wow, that's a really nice addition to the room. Of course you should have a SURIEL. I would say, but what if you could have a SURIEL?
How could they have a SURIEL?
Well, I think they're going to have to wait until the end of the episode to find out how this SURIEL could be mailed to you, could be sitting on your bookshelf, or
God.
wherever the hell you want this thing to go.
Bones of the world and all. Coming to you.
Yeah, you want something older than the bones of the world? We've got you. They seem to be running online for somewhere around $6 to $12, but here you can get one for free. Make sure to watch to the end of the episode to find out how you can get your SURIEL today. And you know what? There might be more of these on their way, too. This might not be the only one, might not be the only color, might not be the only size. There might be more SURIEL in your future. How did we like chapters 20 and 21? How did we feel about Rhysand's entrance? What were we feeling?
If I had to, sum it up...
Okay.
I had a good time.
Yeah,
it was fun. Yeah, finally we're cooking a little, We're digging into there were some moments that were actually a little beautiful.
I agree. Some of the writing was actually very nice and
Which...
it was bringing me back to chapter 1. It was bringing me back to chapter 17. We were in that zone,
Agreed.
I felt.
It kind of feels like certain things were maybe part of the original script, and she really cooked on them. There was some poetry involved here. And certain chapters feel like they're bridging those things and they're not as fun. This felt like a seminal, important chapter node, and it showed. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
We got bad boy. We got sexy Tamlin.
We got sexy Tamlin.
We got
finally.
hot boy Tamlin.
Yes.
And we'll go over that. But
We really will. And there's so many things to touch on here. I'm excited to hear like more of your thoughts on like how Rhysand came across to you. Not he didn't do much, to be honest.
He
But,
was there.
He was there.
All right, we
Well, let me take this down because she's not.
You don't need that yet. What are you doing?
I don't need it yet. I'm not hiding from anybody
Actually,
yet.
can you grab that that little paintbrush? Because we open up in the parlor. Feyre's doing a little art.
We open up with them having dinner.
Oh, I skipped that part because it's boring. But yeah, sorry.
I'm literally like, did I start on a different chapter?
No.
Okay.
No, they're having dinner.
Yeah, so they open. We left off with the scene with the ACOTAR and the invisible creature that Lucien and Tamlin were talking to, and then Tamlin like crashing out because he's like, he doesn't know Feyre's here or whatever. And then
Okay.
I guess it's that night they're at dinner, and because of that, Tamlin's just like, well, and other things. My guy has a lot, like, knowing what I know, he has burdens on him right now.
There's a lot on his plate, yeah.
He does. And so
it
he's
seems like it.
upset and stressed. He's not really talking to anybody at dinner. And by anybody, I mean Feyre and Lucien, because who else would be there?
Just Alice, but she's not allowed to eat with them.
Servant.
She's forbidden with the other bird-faced losers.
The next day, Feyre, she's like running to her little painting room. She has some stuff to get out. She just happens to paint a tall, skeletally thin gray creature with bat ears and giant membranous wings.
Yeah.
I thought that actually the descriptions of this painting weren't bad.
No. I think
compared to like
No, I agree.
I was like, this is a totally serviceable like description of what I'm looking at
for
here.
Sure.
That didn't sound so corny.
I'm a little now you got to tell me when we meet the ACOTAR post invisibility.
Yeah.
Does it look exactly like this?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, it must mean something. Actually, I don't remember if I've mentioned it on episode. I do have a running document right now where when we run into a question like that, like,
all right.
Why would Feyre know what it looks like? Is it some sort of magical thing about her? Like, I'm not sure. I'm going to put it in the document, and by the end of this, I'm going to check how many of these we can answer. And then if it's answered, I'll cross it out. And if it's not, it will stay in the document as we read more books to see if I can ever answer the question.
I'm very happy to know you're keeping track. Because, I mean, there's something interesting here. If it's a power, it's one thing, right? Mm-hmm. If it's just, this thing is so
like giving you
Jungianly,
images.
like in the root of fear for humans.
I think maybe it's that. I do have to question. I don't know if there's a satisfying answer to this question. There's something very interesting about giving us. This is like our first. Well, it's not our first bad guy. We had the Naga. We had whatever. But this is our first bad guy in terms of like working with the big bad, right? Like.
Sure.
We only have one big. Well, no, we have two. We've got the lady that they're all scared of. Mm-hmm. And then we've got the King of Highfern, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the two, like,
him and his machine gun army.
Yeah, so we've been setting them up as, like, oh, we should be concerned. So this is the first person we are meeting who is, like, very much in league with one of them. And it's weird to me that it shares so many similarities with Rhysand.
That is a good point. Yeah, that's interesting.
Right?
Well, I mean, yes and no, right? I mean, like, bat-like, for sure. We don't see his wings yet, right, Rhysand?
No, right. You don't
so, like, are they membranous?
Yeah.
Or are they just... Yeah, no.
They're like big bat wings.
The imagery I'm getting from the actor is like this like rotted thing, right?
Yeah.
And
wait, but I'm saying there are way more options beyond bat. Like
you're
for a scary thing.
Correct.
Like,
You're right. So far we have snake and bat, and now another bat.
And two bats.
Yeah, so kind of weird, right? You're right. It makes him in league immediately with the bad.
Right, which like is maybe
part of the
we're
point.
Trying to do.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. She paints this thing, and then she's like, why did I paint that? And she feels disturbed by it. So she's so upset by it, she goes to Alice to be like, hey, can I help prepare the food for CALANMAI? Because I just need to distract myself. It's not clear whether Alice says yes or no to this request.
No, and in fact, this whole like little paragraph was unclear. Did she do it?
We don't know. It just doesn't. She says she tries
to. It's just anything to avoid going into the garden where the ACOTAR might appear. There's so many places you can go that are not the garden where the ACOTAR was.
It's a huge.
There's the library. There's the study.
Well, she can't go there. She's gonna freak out.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. PTSD on every page.
It's weird to have the setup always be like, this is the biggest, craziest, hugest house with a billion things in it, and this is like, the grounds are huge and gorgeous and all of these things, and then we're like, I've only got 2 places I can go. And that would be fine if we were really specific about saying, like, Tamlin told her,
yes,
you can only go in 3 rooms,
stay hidden because that thing's around, and
that's it. Like, then I'd be like, okay, I see, she's very confined. But I'm like, you presented me with a humongous house of
infinite range and
of magic, and then you keep acting like she's got nothing, nowhere to go, nothing to see, and it's like, why not? I always think it's kind of boring that we don't get any, like, where is the kitchen, like, walking to the kitchen, who's in the kitchen, literally, what are you were saying, preparing the food for Fire Night. How many people, how much food,
what this room look like, nothing is ever like, there's no ambiance to any room.
This is the shit that bores me.
And it degrades the writing, right? Because like, this is exactly what Fae shit should be filled with.
And I would argue just fantasy in general.
Yes.
Anything that is, I came from my boring life into the new wondrous magical world. What you're looking for is the descriptions of the new wondrous world.
Yeah, this is an isekai with no color.
But anyway, so it's just left hanging, like you're unsure if she even helped her. It sounds like, I would assume she didn't, but I don't know.
I kind of feel like it's one of these things where it's like, she is scared about the ACOTAR, sure, but she's just like almost so indignant about not being allowed to go to CALANMAI that she's making everything like shoehorn into being involved with CALANMAI.
Yeah.
Where it's
I could understand certainly being like, I'm so intrigued by this.
Absolutely.
Any information I can like gossip, listen,
but that
get
would
me
be
in the kitchen.
Done that way is interesting.
Honestly.
The way it's told is weird. It's like she's making it like, I'm so scared, I have to go see what I can like do for CALANMAI, and it's like, you just want to go do things about CALANMAI, which I get, but
of course,
own that feeling.
Well, she can't own anything.
But I think that's important. I feel like it's like the way it was put in was weird, and it's because she's weird about being like, why aren't I invited to this party? Like, that's all she's doing.
Yeah, and it's annoying because honestly, even if it was just a weird little Fae party, it's kind of like, there's a million reasons maybe you can't go. But it's like clearly being presented to you as like way more than that.
Oh yeah.
Way more intense than that. Way more important than that. Way more scarier than that. So like, what's not clocking? You know what I mean? All right. So it's the next day. It's CALANMAI, everybody. It's here. We're here. As much as I do enjoy these chapters. They're way more fun and way better than all the other chapters. Do you not feel like there's just something weird about the pacing, or there's something always a little bit off for me, even when we get to things I really like?
Yeah, definitely. For some reason, the only time the pacing's really good so far has been like sexual things. That has been like very like, I'm in the moment. It's very intense. Where I'm understanding. This is just like one day we did this, and then wandered around. We had dinner.
It's
Alice
so
fixed
sketchy.
the thing. I woke up in the morning. Oh, it's the big day, and it's just like, where's the momentum?
Even the momentum of the day feels weird. Like, okay, it's CALANMAI. She wakes up. And the first thing we say is just like, she doesn't see Tamlin or Lucien all day. I'm like, I want Feyre to wake up in her bed, and I want Feyre to have this immediate feeling of like anxiety, excitement, something. And she's laying there. Alice is maybe coming in or not coming in, and she's like, oh my god, even Alice isn't here today. This is weird.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm feeling so off, or like, I don't know. I just want her to like,
I'm in this big place all alone. Like,
build up. I want to know what happened between her waking up and discovering Tamlin and Lucien weren't around all day. What was she doing? What was she thinking? What was she feeling? What's she doing? We just skipped so much, and it's such a cool opportunity to build up in anticipation for the day. Absolutely. I felt like we were like, it's CALANMAI, it's basically noon or later, and the only thing I'm going to tell you is that I haven't seen these two guys. Not seeing people is not interesting.
It's not interesting. And like, what have you been doing?
What have you been doing?
I guess you were painting. You didn't even tell us that. So what are you up to? Because even telling us, like, I looked everywhere for them. I looked here and I looked there, and like they were like the servants weren't in their normal place.
Do a little world building in the manor. What rooms did you look in? So then we just skip to it's midday, and there are no bird-faced servants to be found.
No. Not a 1.
Yeah, so there's no kitchen staff, and she hears the sound of drums from outside, and they were deep probing. They feel like they're summoning her. Okay. Like, all of this is fine. Like I said, I could have done with a little... Like, make me work for it. Make me want it.
Exactly. Because then this would have been really rewarding.
Yes.
All of a sudden, her being like, uh-oh.
Yes.
I'm getting pulled.
So,
other than I woke up, did nothing all day, and then... someone called me, and I'm like, oh, okay. It's like,
I woke up, no one was there. What did I do? Who knows?
Who knows? Had a smoothie.
Oh, it's starting. The drums get faster and louder, and she can smell that the magic's getting more intense, just like all around.
Yep.
And then there was, quote, a string tied to my gut that pulled me towards those hills, commanding me to go to hear the fairy drums. Now, I think this can be read 2 ways, and it could be read both of these ways at the same time. I think there's this, like, sexual metaphor going on, right? Because we even talked about how, like, the story starts with her kind of in this, like, starving, skinny, childish state, and then she's going to cross over into her spring
full
sexual
body,
becoming sort of thing. And this is sort of like an initiation, like, fully into that.
Absolutely.
So I think the call of her own sexuality is the drums.
Yep.
But we can also say the string tied to her gut that's pulling her towards those hills. This is like a magical Rhysand tug, right?
Gotcha.
So that chapter will be complicated for me because there's your immediate thought is, like, especially given Feyre's past behaviors and personality, where you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you even going, right? There's definitely an angle to this that is going to be like, it is something magical that is propelling her to make this choice, but given Feyre's previous decisions, going to the SURIEL, going into the woods when she shouldn't, leaving the manor, chasing after fairies, and, like, she has, like, a clear disregard for, like, if they say something's dangerous and don't do it, she does it anyway.
She's a girl who does this.
Yeah, 100%.
She's someone who just 100%. So it's interesting that her internal monologue here was so very like, oh, I'm spellbound. I have to go.
It feels half and half, because we've also set it up before the spellbound, the tugging, the this and the that she's like, I want to go. I'm trying to figure out a way to go. So we already established that, and she's done this before.
But my question is, like, could she fight it? If she really didn't want to go.
I'm not sure.
Like, she's not putting up any resistance.
Well, because she already wants to go.
So that's what's interesting about it. It's like, this description is of someone who it sounds like is totally spellbound. But then when she talks about stuff, it's like she's got her faculties on her. She's making choices on the way.
Well, and when she's back, like, when it's all said and done, she doesn't go, oh my God, whoa, why did I do that? She's like 100% like, that was right of me to do. Yes. There's nothing wrong with it. It wasn't dangerous. Like, she's so herself in the normal way that she does, where she does a bad thing that you're like, that was dumb. And then she's
it's kind of interesting. It's like,
it's a weird mix.
They just didn't set our girl up for success, though, either. If they really didn't want her to go.
I agree. I will say that for sure.
A full conversation beforehand on what this event is and why you shouldn't be there, though.
But yes, I agree. Would it have stopped her, though? I don't think so. If Tamlin had said, like, straight up, here's all the things that are going to happen, this is why it's dangerous, do you think she still wouldn't have gone?
Considering what almost happened to her, if they were very explicit,
you think?
I cannot help you. I am not going to be here. Mm-hmm. Lucian cannot be your bodyguard. He's going to be taken over by this stuff. Yeah. And so are all of them. And they really want one thing in this world, and it is to dick you down in the dirt right now. You will be raped by monsters. Don't come outside.
Yeah.
There's a chance she'd stay inside. More so than this, you just left her, like, the doors open, and you were just like, we're not going to feed her breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We're leaving all the doors open, the lights dimmed.
Definitely told her more. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's in a weird position, but, like, you should have told her. And then, but locking her up, I agree. I'm like, lock her up.
Yeah.
But the second we do that, World War III commences.
Apparently.
So if he did it here, I think World War III would have started.
I would have locked her up a while ago.
She's feeling the thing in her gut pulling her towards the hills. She's like thinking about going. Then we see Tamlin down the hall. He is
sexy.
Right. He's shirtless, I think you'll see this. I think he's coming to visit. He's in this outfit later. I think he is. He's shirtless. He's got his baldric across his chest. She says, "Where are you going?" You know. You know where he's going.
It's only one thing going on here.
He says, "It's CALANMAI. I have to go," which it says he said flatly.
I'm looking at it like he's... Yeah, I mean, it's either that he's not excited to do his responsibility here because it's a lot. And it sounds like a lot.
Sounds cool.
It sounds cool, but it also sounds like
it
taxing and all these other things.
He has so many things on his mind right now that he's like, I ain't in the mood for this right now.
Sure.
Like, I think you have to be in a good mood to want to go to CALANMAI. You have to be, like, ready to have fun, and he's not ready to have fun right now.
No, he's like, you're telling me I gotta go to the orgy and star in the orgy? Like,
isn't there something kind of a little interesting about that? You're like, it is getting into this weird territory.
It's
if
interesting.
You don't have sex tonight, like lots of crazed sex tonight, everyone will lose their crops and their magic. He has to do it. It's kind of weird.
It throws the world out of order.
Yeah.
If he does not... like, just absolutely slam one of these fairies
That's
tonight.
a burden.
Of course it's a burden.
Yeah, like, that's a burden.
You know, you can look at it like, oh, great, this guy gets to fuck the hottest chick in the land. No, he has to go on a big hunt, which apparently I'm assuming can be dangerous.
Yeah.
He has to, like, catch the white stag or whatever. And then he has to bring it back to the cave and have crazy public sex every year.
Every year, yeah.
That could get boring for 500 years, right? Like, say, like, if he had a wife and she died, he still got to go out there this year and do it. And it's like...
There's always two layers you could be reading the story on. You're like, very literal layer of, like, if I were them, if I were in this situation, if it was very, very real and grounded, yeah, I think this is really burdensome on a person, a fae. And then there's like the fantasy layer where you're like, hot to have this hot character have to go do crazy fucking like every year.
Listen,
you know, it's like fun. That's fun. He says, "Is CALANMAI, I have to go." She says, "To do what?" And she mentions that he's holding a bow in his hands. And I kind of liked this. He's focused on like the like weaponry of it all, to be like, what the fuck are you doing right now? Like, why do you have all these weapons? Like, what's happening?
I was getting an orgy vibe. Now you're like loaded up like with weapons.
I was like, that's a fair question.
Yeah,
I feel like another book.
And she's like, I have to go.
Yeah, actually, this should be making you go even more like, I gotta stay away from that. Maybe
what fairy things are about to happen.
Right, but I kind of liked it because I think another book would just have her be like overly concerned with the sex part and ignoring that this man is running out there with a bunch of weapons for his right, where you'd be like, what are you doing?
And what is interesting is that this is probably the first time we've ever seen him with a bow. Yes. And the bow is her weapon.
That's true.
Right?
Could make her like a little even more like jealous, right?
Yeah.
Like,
he's doing her thing. What are
you doing out there without me? He says, "As a High Lord, I have to partake in the great rite." She says, "What's the great?" It says, "Go to your chamber," he snarled. "Lock your doors, set up a snare, whatever you do." So, like, he's not...
Yeah.
This isn't, like, nice, patient Tamlin anymore. No. And I think we do, though, find out why. Yeah. This isn't Tamlin 364 other days of the year.
No, this is Tamlin juiced up with Awa's magic goop. You know what I mean?
And we gotta stop making ACOTAR references.
No, we don't. Brang for life.
There's definitely, like, he's being rude. I always have issues with these things because I do think his attitude here, how he's gonna be during his little sexy scene later, that, again, probably maybe one of Tamlin's hottest moments for me, is... like, we play like him being like, go do this, go do that, being rude, tied under the chair, everything is like not there for titillation purposes. Yes, it is. And then people are gonna be like, I didn't like Tamlin from the beginning. Well, if you really got all the way through this book with him acting this way, and you were actually that like morally opposed to it, you were like, I can't sexualize this, I can't romanticize this, I can't. Why would you have kept, like...
Yeah, what are you still reading for?
You were, like, I don't believe you. I think you liked it on some level. She says, lock your door, set up a snare, whatever you do. She says, why? He says, just do it, and his canines began to lengthen. Okay, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. He's being a rude man. We gave him an out by being, like, he's not actually a rude man. He's magically turning into a dom, and he's magically turning into a beastly dom in front of your eyes, but he's really actually a sweetheart underneath. That's perfect. That is a perfect setup for me.
Perfect out, perfect everything. Everything's he's so juiced and charged with top energy. Like, he's just for the fun. All he wants is to fill you with his massive dick and boss you around.
Great.
And it's not how he normally is, but he will be once a year, guaranteed.
Yes, and this is the thing we all like, and this is why I do sort of get the appeal of Rhysand to some extent, is like the dream of life, right? The dream of life.
Give me the dream of life.
I think the dream of life is that you're with a partner and you find a person who, like, you really do feel you trust, that you feel like is a really good person and has your best interests at heart, but then they are able to embody and play with dominance and scariness and intensity and, like, all of these things. But you don't have, like, the blowback of, oh, you're actually, like, a crazy person,
legitimate
right?
Fear. And
That's, I always think that's kind of like what we're getting at with a lot of characters like this. Granted, I think, like, though, in fiction, you could play hard with, like, just a whole baddie.
Just go
crazy. But I totally see the appeal of, like, oh, I get both. And that's, I think, in real life, kind of what you look for, right? Tamlin and Rhysand are kind of they both have that thing going on, right? Especially so Tamlin right now has that, where we see that he's doing his little dirty limericks. He's being very patient with her. He's letting himself get all tied up so he can purr on her, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, oh, look, this other side's coming out that you're like, oh,
uh-oh.
Oh no.
So scary.
Great.
Yeah.
And then Rhysand, he's doing it in a different way where, like, he's also, like, good underneath and then has this persona he needs to put on that is that thing, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, that keeps coming up as, like, a bit.
Clearly people like it. Well, do you think it's, like, because in real life, like you said, having a good person that can put these things on is the dream, and in fiction typically it's just bad people who express those things, like, in a distilled way for you to enjoy, separated from yourself. Is this book doing that middle ground where it's trying to give you both?
Yeah, and I would say, like, Fourth Wing also does that. I think a lot of these books do that.
It's like a softer version of the thing, right?
Yeah, because I think people end up feeling too guilty or something, or maybe for some people it just really makes them feel uncomfortable to, like, go into a book where you're like, oh, he's just bad and I'm here
to just eroticize the badness in this
without that, like, comforting
safety net
part. I think the fiction itself is the function of the consent and the safety, right? The fact that it is fiction is what is working for you in that way.
They have their conflict, and then she asks him if he's going into battle, and he gives her a breathy laugh. And then he does what I would do if I lived here and was a giant beast man. He, like, flexes, laughs, jumps down the stairs, and runs out into the fields. Right
before he jumps and runs away, it says, before I could ask him to reconsider and bring me along. Now, we'll give her a little bit of a pass because we're like, maybe the magic is making her act a little crazy. It's hard, though, when you have characterized her thus far, where that doesn't sound crazy without magic. That sounds very in line with something Feyre would do.
That's true.
But I want to give her a little bit of that for now, right? But it's like, you just saw him acting, like, really weird, like, really odd and borderline, like, dangerous. He's got all this weaponry. You're asking, are you going into battle? And then
she's like, can I come?
Really try to, I don't know. Like, I find, and this tracks for her character. Like, it does. It tracks hard. Even if he was going to battle, she'd still be like, can you bring me? And now, I like that once Feyre has a leg to stand on in terms of, like, thinking you could help, or, like, I don't know, just
this isn't like Vin from Mistborn where it's like, oh, she's an asset, bring her along,
right? It's and like, oh, maybe she's a little undertrained, so it's should we or shouldn't we? It's not that. You're like, it just, I don't know, I can't get into it. I can't. I get that everybody's like, this is some sort of aspirational thing. To me, it's just like
girl power,
dunce cap.
You know what I
mean? Like, dunce cap. No, you are why you have no self-preservation, no care about them and the people around you who will have to put themselves in danger to save you. That bothers me. I think it's stupid.
It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. And they told you no like many times. Just sit down. Just relax.
Like, I don't find it an admirable quality when the character is this useless and better be this useless based on how you set up your world, right? Like, she better be. And if she is, then there's like zero reason this should be like admirable. It's weird. And actually,
I agree.
I find characters who actually push themselves within a reasonable framework of like understanding their own power and how they fit into things. Like, yes, and you can make a little mistake, but like it has to feel sort of warranted, right?
Yes. She's in her room.
Yeah.
She's locked up.
Well, she locks herself in.
She locks herself up and she says, I did as he commanded.
And I think I would too, for multiple reasons, just because it's a little horny, and also because I'm scared of what's happening.
And
so.
and she's a little scared too. But
she should be,
more important than being scared. She's hungry.
Yeah, she locks herself up and then she's like, oh no, I didn't even eat dinner yet.
Which goes back to our bad planning. They didn't set her up well at all.
They really didn't. Okay, yeah, let's put some heat on. And I'm blaming both of them. I'm blaming Tamlin and Lucien because they both knew what was up.
What about Alice? This is literally her only job, right?
Well, no, because right now her other job is getting CALANMAI ready for whatever reason. And but yeah, no, they are kind of like they're being negligent.
They are with their human child.
Leave her a little bit of food. She's watching the fires in the distance from her window, and she hears a wicked voice weaving in between the drum beats telling her to go see. Right? So...
Is that inside? Is that outside?
But see, that's what I like it both ways, right?
Yes, of course, yeah.
I suppose if you take the Rhysand magic out of it takes on a much stronger metaphorical sexuality thing. But with... It also has that with him.
Yeah,
but it's more like distinctly...
What is he if not a representation of that
he's a lot of
sex magic thing.
A lot of things. Yeah, 10 p.m. she's like, I cannot stand it any longer. I'm going... What the hell? Like, I'm going. If it were a different type of protagonist, somebody who is a little less... I don't think they can see, but he's got like the...
I'm scratching my nose
the
with the
wing hook is
they can
resting.
See it. I can see it.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what to do. It's always
look at you. Does that have to happen? Okay.
Yeah, I fixed it a little bit. It's been there. It's been there.
She goes to the stables. She gets a horse. It's the white mare.
Yep.
So she's walking the same way she crossed the threshold into Prythian on a white mare.
Yes.
She's now going to her initiation on a white mare. She's still in her virginal state. And I again, I'm not being literal about the virgin. I'm being like, her sexuality has been present. She has one, and it doesn't sound negative at all.
Like the passion, the excitement.
Exactly.
None of that was present. It was very like
with
Isaac. It was very like utilitarian.
Exciting.
Yeah,
right. It was like a thing to look forward to.
But it's always described as like almost like therapeutic and like getting our darkness out, but not like.
What were they doing?
I want to know.
Getting their darkness out.
Anal? Like what? Doing anal in the barn? Like what are we doing?
I fucking hope not. So, okay, so stop. Stop. Okay.
I'd be so annoying if these were real.
Yeah, she mentions that Tamlin's been teaching her to ride bareback on the horses.
My guy.
Yeah, so whatever. She rides it on down to the festival. I think her riding it bareback is like a little bit of this like primal signifier, right? You're like, oh, she's like out of the confines of society.
Yeah,
she's one with
she's
nature.
In the woods. She's in nature. Yeah, there's no saddles in nature.
So she approaches on the horse the first giant bonfire that's on top of a hill as she gasps because there's hundreds of Fae walking around and they're all wearing masks. And she's like, which I guess I'd ask.
I'd also ask. I'm asking now.
She's like, so obviously they're all from the Spring Court. They're stuck in their masks. But like, where the fuck do they live? Where they've been?
And she knows they're high Fae.
We'll never.
There's no rules here.
Then we get this interesting thing where she mentions that she's trying to focus on a specific feature on their faces, the masked Fae.
Yeah.
And she really can't. They're all like blurry, and so she can't really see them. And she's like, oh my god, they've put a glamour on me.
I think Sarah didn't want to have to explain what anyone looked like.
Just like the kitchen staff.
Literally, I think it's just because fuck all of these giant crowds of people I'd have to explain.
I think it is connected to a plot thing. Yeah, but like, so, okay, we just had to clarify, it's not everyone at the festival. She can see Rhysand's features.
A lot of her commentary this whole chapter so far has had this like petty jealousy in it.
Very much.
And I'm fine with that because I think it's like
totally.
I think it is fitting for her character, and I think it is an interesting thing to just put on your character. Like, it's fine to give them bad attributes. Yeah, she's jealous and she's mad that they're all having fun without her. And now she's like, and they're not even like, I can't even see them, and they're hiding from me. And it's like, girl, this is spring. You're here for spring.
Okay, sorry, I had to put on my cloak
Yeah.
because I'm hiding. Yeah, she's like walking through the crowd. She has her hood and cloak up to hide her humanness, and she's like, trying to hide. And
Easy,
and then she's like, because I literally read that line and I was like, they're gonna be able to smell her. And then she's like, I was thinking maybe like the bonfire and like the smell of the Fae would make me not smell like a human. I don't think that's how smells really
Not usually,
work.
No. And like, once again, Feyre.
But see, so this is my thing, because I'm like, okay, yes, great. You got pulled in, drawn against semi against your will into this situation, but she's not there being like, oh shit, I can't leave, but like obviously I'm in a bad predicament. She's like always trying to be like, no, this makes sense, like, yeah, no, they're not gonna be able to smell me. It's like, yeah, why do you think that
like the Rite of Spring, the actual like
the
performative ballet
Yeah.
of the Rite of Spring. That girl is like very like possessed by the thing and walking like she's not considering like, oh, how can I like hide? And
she's like, oh, like I think it's gonna hide my scent, and then she like checks for her knives, and she's like, oh, I got my knives, it's all good. What do you mean it's all good?
It's never been good. Keep going.
It's not good. So then there's like a trench of some kind between two hills.
Right. Yeah, I'm here now. I'm happy about this.
Yeah, everybody's going in there. Feyre's following. She's inside the trench. There's the entrance to a cave. It's decorated with flowers and leaves around the front, and she sees there's pelts inside, but she can't like quite see that far in.
Yep.
And then there's all these fairies lined up around it, and the cave, whatever's going on in the cave, seems to be what they're focused on, right? So like, we're like, we know what's going on. Or gonna be going on.
We know what's going on in an earthen trench decorated with flowers on the first day of spring.
Right, granted,
we know.
she has like very little. We've set it up that like she's got no context. Like we have like some.
Yeah.
I don't know, mythological, historical. Like we're like, oh, I get
she's
the
robbed
symbols.
of these symbols.
Yeah, she doesn't have that. Right. So like I understand. I like whatever. I'm not really questioning why she doesn't know what's going on. My problem is I feel that I am in a place in my life where I'm looking for stories where we go inside the cave.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking for a story where there's a setup like this and I get to explore what's in the cave.
I agree.
I don't relate very much, and I understand why certain people, certain periods of time in your life, a protagonist like this who's outside the cave going, I don't know what's in the cave, is appealing. I'm a little bored by it. I'm bored by these things getting introduced and not actually exploring them. I want to be in the cave. I want to be the maiden. I want the story from the point of view of the maiden. That's what I want. So I just get a little bored. I'm happy it's like in the book. It's fun. I was excited leading up to it. But then I did feel really disappointed by like,
lack of...
we're not actually exploring any of this.
There was no delivery to the big thing. It's just like, it's window dressing to a jealous girl's almost initiation.
She gets a little initiated, baby initiation.
And then she gets cucked. So like, that's kind of what this is all about.
Right.
Her getting cucked by spring.
The way CALANMAI is presented here, I want to go in the cave. When we learn more about it later, I'm like, tell me more. Tell me more about that.
It's like crazy that like we're gonna wear leggings and go to Starbucks, but we're not gonna fucking
that's
like
what I'm saying. So,
do what night can do for you.
To me, that is like the biggest promise into like slamming down to the ground head first.
I don't get it.
So yeah, I'm too old. And I'm just too old and
Bones of the world over here not having a good time.
Yeah, I am.
Seeing the cave from the outside.
I am bones of the world right now. Okay, so she's like standing there. Okay, she doesn't know what's going on. I get that. But they're all lined up. The cave's there. All she's seen so far is the bonfire.
With the blurry Fae.
And this little cave and whatever. And she just thinks, I was banned from this?
Uh-huh.
This is what I can't see. And this is not magic. This is just her fucking personality.
I know.
This is just her personality. What do you mean? You've been here for 30 seconds.
Yep.
You've been here for 30 seconds, and how the fuck do you know what's about to happen at the bonfire? Maybe they're going to burn somebody in 10 seconds. What's happening in the fires? What's happening in the cave?
You know how worried I'd be?
This
is a Wicker Man situation.
Literally.
They're like humans are gonna be torched in
That's
here.
What I'm
like,
saying.
It's crazy that you're like,
what
this?
about maybe there's about to be human sacrifices? Why do you even think that you could understand what's happening here from standing there for 1 minute?
Girl be dodging bullets like Neo in the Matrix, though. Like she should have been lit on fire here. That like for
they
real.
Should have been like, we've been looking for a human sacrifice to put on our bonfire.
Literally, like that could be how the power gets stronger, and Tamlin didn't want her to know that, and now it's like, well, now we have 6 humans. Throw her on, and he can't stop it because
why couldn't that happen? That could happen.
That could have been the plot. That probably should have been the plot.
So she says, I found nothing of interest. What do you mean you found nothing of interest? You haven't even seen anybody in like months. I don't care if this even was the whole party. How are you not? You're not curious what's in the cave? You don't have to go in, but like, what do you mean? None of this is interesting to you.
You didn't even find the charcuterie board yet. I'm slamming Faye prosciutto before I say that.
No, because the fucking snacks aren't here.
Which
I don't know what that means.
Are you confused by that?
The snacks are not here.
Oh, where are they?
They are somewhere else. Okay?
And what is it? Are they all in the cave? All the snacks are in the cave?
Maybe they are.
I'd be in the cave.
We did, and you know what? Just like Terry, we said at Michael's party, what was on the buffet table? What's here?
Sausage.
That was in at Michael's party. You think it's also sausage here?
It would.
We
make
said
sense.
that it was taquitos, and we said that it was mozzarella sticks. And we said it was pizza nuggets.
Yeah, I don't think the Fae have those things. Probably not. Maybe taquitos. I could see Tamlin being a taquito guy. And they need something that's, you know what they need? They need Samurai X gas station boner pills because they're going to be fucking all night long. You know what I mean? They need like the triple XL.
Is that an actual brand?
Yeah,
Samurai? I've never even seen this.
Yeah.
You buying those?
I've never bought one, but there's like a YouTube guy who like tries them all.
What happens?
He gets a hard dick. I don't know. What do you mean?
They work though?
They are apparently mostly like actually Viagra. Like somehow.
Why are they allowed to do that?
They're not.
So anyway, she's bored by this event, and none of the masked fairies are paying attention to her. And
which she's mad about.
Yeah, of course she is. More and more of them.
No one's even looking at me.
Are coming into this little I don't even know what you'd call it. This valley they're all in, and she says, something was definitely going to happen, whatever the great rite was. First of all, so you know that they're waiting for this big thing
so it didn't happen yet.
To occur. So why are you saying that, like, I don't understand what's the big deal and I'm bored? Just wait. Just find out if it's exciting
Imagine
or not.
showing up before an event and be like, this is it? It's like, it didn't happen yet.
The concert didn't start.
It's like
I'm just sitting in these seats looking at a curtain.
You're in a stadium and it's like, this is the great monster truck show, but it's like 2 days before it happens. Like, what are you talking about? It didn't happen yet. They're just people that showed up.
They're like, the volcano's going to erupt tomorrow. And you're like, there the day before. And you're like, they said this was dangerous.
This is just a mountain.
Okay, well, it didn't happen
I'm not scared of this. Bitch.
Why is she not a little worried to find out what the fuck the great rite is?
You know, I don't know.
She goes back up the bonfire hill.
Yeah.
And she's about to ask a bird-faced servant like Alice. It's weird to me. It's so weird to me.
Yep.
As she's about to ask the bird-faced pleb. What's going on? Somebody else grabs her and turns her around. And,
whoa!
Oh my god. So there's these 3 Fey men. They have sharp features. They don't have masks, but she can see them. The one grabbing her arm has sharp teeth. He looks her up and down. He says, "Human woman, we've not seen one of you for a while." She says, "What do you want?" Another one of them grabs her other arm. It's just some Fire Night fun, and nobody else is paying attention to her. She thinks, if I cried for help, would somebody answer? Would Tamlin answer? I couldn't be that lucky again. I'd probably used up my allotted portion of luck with the Naga. So here's my problem.
Hey.
I don't like that she feels so entitled.
She does.
To Tamlin putting himself in risky situations because she did something that she didn't have to do.
No. And notice how she didn't consider this before she was in trouble.
Right.
She's just like, it'll work out. And if it doesn't, I'll call my big... He's busy.
He not only is he busy, but like, we don't know how dangerous. I mean, like, I guess at this point, the assumption is that Tamlin kind of beats all these people.
Yeah, sure.
But still, it's like if I kept getting into fights with big men at bars, right, that are like wasted. I keep going, picking fights with them, getting them like pissed off. Granted, she didn't like pick on them or anything, but like I keep putting myself in situations where men are realistically going to be like trying to attack me or be really inappropriate with me. And when they do it, I'm like, you need to fight them now.
Yeah.
You have to come fight them now.
See,
and
like,
it would be like absurd, and you keep getting punched in the face.
And if
I'm like,
if I kept
keep
going,
doing
like,
it.
you need to stop going to biker bars.
Right.
Because, like, yeah, the bikers shouldn't try and rape you, and the bikers shouldn't fight with you, but they do be fighting and raping.
And when it happens, your choice becomes either let it happen to me, or you have to put yourself consistently in danger.
Yeah, let me paint this picture, right? Because like, so it's like you go to the biker bar, cause a bunch of problems. The bikers, and now for whatever reason, maybe you smell like a particular synthetic oil that the bikers love to fuck with.
Okay.
And they just keep like pressing on you and like trying to beat you up. So then I gotta fight 1v3, and then I go, please, do not go back to the biker bar. That wasn't a good experience for me. It hurt. I have to kill people. I don't want to do that. I hate to. I don't want to. So please don't do that again.
Guess what he'd have to do? He'd have to fucking
so
kill
then
them.
you go again.
Yes.
And I get more bruises, and I'm like, please, I am in pain, and you know what? It's just not pleasurable for me, and you might get hurt one time. I might be busy. Please don't go again.
Yes.
Especially don't go on January 17th.
That's the night they get the most drunk.
That's the night they get the most drunk, and I actually am running for office and will be giving a speech at that time.
Literally.
So please don't go to the bar that night.
Yeah.
And then you go, I'm going to the bar.
I'm going.
And then they start pinning you down, and you're like, I wonder if he'll come. Probably not. He told you he can't.
I don't get...
It's fucking stupid.
So I do feel like a lot of these sorts, like this sort of story, this sort of character, sort of book, is this like...
It ain't girl boss. It's
it is supposed to be this like girl boss, like, you can't tell me what I can't do. I like, of course I like stories about women finding strength and independence and being sick.
Yeah, but this is just Darwinism in action.
Right, but there's this level of it where I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And it does not inspire. Like, again, back to, like, it doesn't inspire me. It just seems like you are being really disrespectful to other people who need to keep putting themselves in danger for you.
This does not spark joy.
Leave me alone. Bold statement from a human on CALANMAI. He says they're going to have fun once the rites performed. They're, like, actively pulling her towards the woods. And I'm like, this is scary. Like, from her point of view, this is horrifying.
And there's many checks. They're stronger than her. They're taller than her.
Yeah.
Like, she can't break free.
They're Fey.
They're Fey. They're being like dicks about it. Like, and this is a setup for, at the very least, extreme sexual assault in the woods by monsters. She gets herself into this scenario, and she's once again only just gonna be, by grace, by the plot, saved by another guy.
And it's like, because I guess it would be stupid unless you would have to have built Feyre as a character much different and given her all these like, we didn't really give her a set of skills. helping in emergencies right now, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't actually
She's good
have
at emergencies.
and bows.
And she can shoot bow.
And traps. Okay. But like, we haven't built her up with this extremely intelligent or any other sort of skill
she's not a
set
tactician. She's not a...
where she's going to get out of this.
Yeah.
So then we just keep relying on...
the kindness of other strangers.
She's a girl boss for pushing the limit on what she's allowed to do, because if you tell her not to do something, she just has pathological demand avoidance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nothing to even like actually be a girl boss to back it up at this point. So now she just keeps getting rescued by men. And I kind of can fuck with the trope of like, you want to self-insert a little bit into damsel mode so that these guys can be hot when they rescue you. But I would prefer that when the thing is not just directly your fault.
There's a character moment if the damsel gets herself in trouble on accident, or because she was tricked, or things like that. Like she was like too, I don't know, like her heart was too open, and she would vilify.
Of course,
there's characterization there.
We're supposed to be like, gosh, she's so spirited. That's a real benefit to her character.
It's not, because rape and murder are the consequences right now. You went out when you were... This is in Goosebumps when you like choose your own adventure and like the story ends here.
You pick the stupid one.
This is the dumb one.
But then so we're supposed to be like, okay, I guess there was something to the connection with Rhysand that brought her here, and so he's like watching out for her, and so that's a part of this, in a way. Yeah,
but if this wasn't the third time she's done it in a very big way, it would feel more interesting to have that turn happen later.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Or even if she had done this twice other times and like the magic was really fucking her brain up, and it felt like she's like, I'm trying to be better, and I have been, and now I'm getting
fun.
pulled, and this is unfair. Like I really tried to do it this time. It's like
Girl Who Cried Wolf.
Yes,
where you're
that would have been interesting.
I kind of feel bad for her because she like learned her lesson and now is getting dragged.
And now everyone's going to look at her and be like, well, you did it again. She's like, I really didn't this time.
Yeah.
And it was Rhysand. Like, that would be interesting.
That would have been fun. So then they're like pushing her around, and then, she's falling when you're here, strong, warm hands catch her.
Broad and warm.
Unlike the ones who have been pushing her around.
Yeah, the knobby, pokey.
So, okay, you have to find, you had an ACOTAR voice, you have a Tamlin voice, you need to find your Rhysand right now.
There you are. I've been looking for you.
Okay, I like it. I think you get the vibe.
Yeah.
Like, he's like...
There you are. I've been looking for you.
He's always like a little British.
Yeah. Because he's not so broad-chested and open. He's actually in like finery. And,
yes.
He's very like Essex in he's got a little bit of a straight backed he's looking down. I saw one fan art of them at this. I sent it to you. Okay. But like the height differential was insane.
I saw,
and I was like, damn.
I like that idea.
How big is Rhysand? Because in my mind, compared to Tamlin, I'm thinking he's much smaller.
Well, I think he's tall. Like, the sexy,
he's the
tall guy.
vampire, like the very like okay.
Where Tamlin's like, looking over here, I do tend to like, is my type.
Well, I'm doing my best to be.
Oh. You gotta pull that way forward, man.
Forward? Oh no.
So yeah, his voice is deep and sensual, and the fairies look scared. She hasn't even looked at him yet. He just said that and has his arm around her. And actually, you know what? This is kind of similar to like how we got together. This is kind of similar.
We were
friends. It wasn't the first time I had seen you.
No. That would have been sick. That would have been so cool. Hey, I'm here. Let's get married. Yeah, no.
Yeah, just like really short version. A guy was really bothering me.
Like a lot.
Being very weird and imposing at a party. We were friends.
Yeah.
And then I went to Frank and I was like, you gotta pretend you're with me because like I need this guy off my back. And then you like put your arm around me, and then he didn't stop. He kept trying to talk to me.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
That was weird. He was like ignoring that you were doing that, and then you kissed.
I had a plan. I said, "Listen, let's just make out."
Yeah, that's true. You did say it before you did it. You were like, "Why don't we just make out? That'll make him go away." And I was like, okay. And then that's literally.
And it worked. and then we started dating. And
that is the beginning of our entire relationship. That was kind of Rhysand.
Rhysand.
You saved me.
Yeah.
You kind of, there you are. I've been looking for you. Like, you kind of.
I'm happy I Rhysanded you instead of you Feyreing me to Tamlin, because then it would be like you shot my friend and then I stole you from your house. So that I can't do. This is doable.
You can do this move.
Protecting you from uncouth gentlemen at parties in a basement.
So that's just some lore.
Just some lore.
So, okay. He says to the fairy, well, do you want to do...
Thank you for finding her for me. Enjoy the rite.
She steps out of the shelter of her savior's arms and turns to thank him, and the chapter ends on, standing before me was the most beautiful man I'd ever seen. Okay.
And I did that, so you're all welcome. I chose to be the most beautiful man you've ever seen today. So...
Yep, so now we enter chapter 21. Yes, we're getting some descriptions. Here's our first impression of Rhysand.
He's not named. We don't get his name.
No, yeah, we don't get his name.
So
everything about the stranger radiated sensual grace and ease. He's like a panther, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lithe and powerful, but... easy. Like,
yes,
it's just so easy.
It's so easy. High Fae, no doubt.
No doubt! No doubt!
No doubt!
Wait, no, literally, the High Fae just means Feyre thinks they're, like, cool and hot.
High Fae, no doubt. His short black hair gleamed like a raven's feathers, offsetting his pale skin. And you loved this. Blue eyes so deep they were violet. That's not. I don't think that's how colors work. If his eyes are violet, they're not blue.
So, Color Master Feyre, first off, fuck you. Yeah, so this girl who comes to this party covering herself with a hood, mad she can't see their faces, also mad no one's looking at her. This is all stuff that's like the epitome of Feyre. And like saying that someone's eyes are so blue they're purple is just all goes together. What is it? What are we doing? What are you seeing? What are you feeling? She's never actually committing to the thing. Does he have purple eyes?
Sounds like it.
Or is there so blue they're purple? So almost so? A color can't be almost another color. It was so a color.
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Deep blue with flecks of purple.
I think maybe it's trying to show that she's so in her human that she's like can't accept that he could have violet eyes, so she has to believe that it's just because they're so blue.
He has wings.
Well, we don't know that yet. Actually, you shouldn't even have wings right now, but it's more iconic if you do.
And I love being iconic. No, because like she's probably only seen like 600 people in her life. I don't think she knows the world's eye color range.
Oh, I don't know.
And we don't know. Across the sea, they could have red eyes.
But they don't.
All right.
So his eyes are twinkling with amusement. As he beheld her. Something about how, quote, the night seemed to press in closer around him, made me hesitate to speak, made me want to run in the other direction. So, like, you get this sense that...
Yeah, he's giving Lucifer. He's giving this, darkness is emanating from him.
But I do think it's interesting, right? Because... if we are to think that like string, right, pulling her to the hills was Rhysand's magic in some way, and that he is the reason she's feeling so drawn in, it was so weird to me to then have her finally get to the thing that was drawing her in, and she goes, I wanted to run away. Because you would think you'd have the complete opposite feeling, right? Yeah. I'm like, that feels magically odd that he would be such a powerful draw, and you'd think she should feel absolute calm or attraction, which she's obviously feeling attraction, but like magically, shouldn't it be like you've achieved your goal? You're with him.
Yeah.
Why are you running away? She's saying, I want to get the fuck out of here?
I
don't know, I'm just saying, it's kind of weird.
Feels weird.
Right?
And I love this little like mental dance that we do here where it's like, all right, so he's not wearing a mask. Mm-hmm. So he's not of the spring court. Yeah. And we have a whole little, oh, you're not from the spring court? So it's obvious what court this man's from, right?
You fucking think.
There's so many descriptions of the night. And I'm sorry, there's like 6 courts and they all have like big capital names.
And he's wearing all black. I don't know what.
Is this the Dawn Court guy? You have a guy, like shadows are encompassing him and like the night is like coalescing around him. It's like, where's this guy from?
Yeah, I don't know why
what
does Feyre have to be this level of unobservant and not deductive, and like, why can't she be like, oh,
it almost feels like Sarah's trying to create like a mystery here for us to like want solved, and I'm like, it's solved. The answer is that it's him.
It's like,
He's the
if the spring court guy wasn't Tamlin, and that there was someone at this party who was like, flowers were like blooming out of his hands and head.
Literally, like, that's what it's like.
What's that? What do you mean? Is the
summer guy's got like sand pouring out of his sleeves, and he's just like, cowabunga, man. Where's that fairy from? He comes on a surfboard, just fucking like, hey, it's Feyre. What's up? You want some pizza? Like, you know what I mean?
And the Dawn Court guy just has like a sun beam like around his head. Yeah, so you gotta keep doing it. For me and for everyone else. What's a mortal woman doing here on
I have my line. What's a mortal woman doing here on Fire Night?
His voice was a lover's purr that sent shivers through me, caressing every muscle and bone and nerve, which...
Is that how my voice made you feel? Comment below.
Feels like it was caressing every muscle and bone and nerve. And the other chapter, we had Tamlin saying something that she said caressed her bones.
Yeah.
But so Rhysand has now upgraded that. His voice is not only her bones, but her muscles and her nerves as well.
Which makes sense, because he's her mate, right? So that'll be...
Yeah, I don't know
how mating works.
I know. I don't know if the mating bond has occurred yet.
Oh, all right. Oh, so it's like we have to establish. It's not like genetic.
I don't know.
All right, whatever. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sure, it hasn't happened yet.
I think it is genetic, but I think it like takes a bit.
Okay. But you have to like encounter them first, and then it starts opening?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
so it's starting now.
I think that. But then that's confusing, because honestly, that is really the crux, I think, of the argument that she's being pulled towards him. But they do have a connection. They do have a connection still at this point. I'm confused. I don't know if it's from mating bond. I don't know if it's from something else. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't. The intricacies of this, I don't know. He says, what's a mortal woman doing here? She says, my friends brought me.
Yeah.
And then they mention the drums are building to a climax. So you're like, oh my God. So right. So like I'll say the lead up to CALANMAI, boring. This part, fun.
Yeah, we're fun. We're having a good time.
A
climax I didn't understand.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
Yes.
She didn't go in the cave.
She didn't go in the cave. I think also she doesn't understand something about him, right?
Sure. Who are your friends?
2 ladies.
Their names?
And then he's prowling closer, putting his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, great.
Cool guy. I'm picturing like a Gojo walk right now.
Yeah, definitely.
She's retreating and she's not saying anything. And she says, had I just traded 3 monsters for something far worse? So, okay, we're setting up now the exact, like, trajectory and dichotomy of Rhysand, which is this, like, should we be mortally afraid of this evil man or
terminally
whatever?
Horny?
Well, definitely, you could do both. And mortally afraid and terminally horny.
Yep.
So she doesn't answer, and he says,
you're welcome for saving you. I bristled at his arrogance. Girl, what?
He really did just like
he saved you.
He saved your ass.
It's not arrogant, by the way. It's a fact. He did that. He saved you.
I guess it's arrogant. I guess she's viewing like, you should have saved me, which goes back to like what we were saying before. The arrogance is like, you should have saved me from that because it was so bad and you don't even deserve a thank you for it because of course you should do that. But it's like, it's arrogant that you think everyone should be putting their fucking life on the line for you. Everyone should be saving you
is arrogant. And like 2 or 3 paragraphs before, she's thinking about thanking him but saying like, it's almost like too big to thank.
So she's thinking about running away. She's running back down into the little valley and she's like, maybe I'll find Lucian or Alice.
Strange for a mortal to be friends with 2 fairies.
And he's circling her. So like, girls, we're doing the predator thing.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend that's not why we all like him from the get-go. Panther Man prowling around you, leaning in, being rude. That's the appeal. But just like Tamlin being, I'm grumpy, my claws are coming out. That's just another archetype of the same fucking idea. Like, it's this, you can pick whatever flavor you like, but they're all the same thing. They're all the same thing.
Big guy, be scary. Be pressing you.
Big guy, be scary and powerful and dominant. It's all the same. But yeah, as he's circling, I could have sworn tendrils of star-kissed night trail in his wake.
Way.
I'm really trying to imagine what that means. Yeah.
So it's like a Neopets sort of like fucking paintbrushed.
Yeah, I don't think they should make that. There's no it's like
Eldritch
there's
Horror
a star paintbrush, but not like it's like that.
It's that blue
with
that
the
cosmic blue. Yeah.
I did wonder if this was like relating in some way to the fact that she could paint the ACOTAR. I'm like, can she like see sort of like images of magic or something in a more literal way?
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
It's kind of interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it does make you think of that Starlight Pond, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. It is starting to seem like perhaps like a gift or a lover's something.
Yeah, some sort of
from Rhysand.
Pit of cum.
Or
that they all bathed in. These three at least.
At least.
I
think Andros came too.
Andros came too?
He's like, aren't humans usually terrified of us, and aren't you, for that matter, supposed to keep on your side of the wall? She's like, I've known these fairies my whole life, and I'm not afraid of them.
Why the lie, though?
What else is she supposed to say? Clearly, we set up precedent in the last chapter that, like, Tamlin really doesn't want people to know she's there. But also, even more crazy that she came.
Yeah.
And is talking to people.
Well, she's so scared of her own art of the ACOTAR that she wouldn't go in the garden, but she fucking walked here. What if the ACOTAR's here?
You think he
might be? He might be.
He really might be.
He was using the cave. Is it the same cave?
Stay out of my fucking cave.
Oh, yeah, Lucy. Lucy with the venom. Yeah,
but I do think it's weird. You're like, Tamlin, they're like terrified, seemingly for good reason.
Yeah.
Of
her getting found out.
Of her getting found out. And she was just like, I'm going to go gallivant around everyone.
Yep.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'll put on a hood.
Rhys says,
and yet they brought you to the great rite and abandoned you.
And then she says, they went for refreshments.
What in the world are we doing? It's weird, and then we made it a plot point. So, like, that's why I'm so confused, right?
We made it a plot point.
We made it like that was like the three finger thing from Inglourious Bastards.
You're right.
That's what gave her away. The fact that she said they went for refreshments, and it's like it was a weird thing to pick, and it's weird that it clued him into anything. From a plot perspective, I'm saying,
from a plot perspective, I guess I'm just like, to me, what's stupid about it is that it seems like, of course it'll clue him into something. You're just making weird shit up based on nothing you saw or know. But, I understand you.
What is the thing? That there are no refreshments and she should know that? Or that, like...
either there are no refreshments, but clearly there is some... Well, I feel like refreshments, first of all, is just kind of like an odd wording choice. For all you know, it's like the food is all there because they do some sort of like hedonistic like buffet,
and they specifically
gorging.
Don't eat it or something.
Yeah, like,
who knows?
Yeah, or it's like a symbol for like Lent. I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird lie. Refreshments. What?
It's a weird lie, and it's weird that it that's the thing that got her. Like he's like, I know she's lying.
He knows she's lying. He obviously knows she's lying. He's just like, oh, you're really just making shit up. You know, like you're really just making it up. Because we don't even know if that's true. It's just that she says that, and his smile gets bigger, and she's like, "Oh no, that gave me away." But I feel like
maybe she was given away from the very moment we saw her.
Easy.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I had seen food being prepared. Maybe it wasn't for this. I don't know." Says she's never seen anyone so handsome, but she'd also never had so many warning bells pealing in her head because of it. So like, you know, I see how we could be doing two different things with this because we always have our little Rhysand is evil crowd. I don't know how bought into I am into it, although I like the idea, and I do think there are a weird amount of like that could be true clues.
Yeah.
I'm still not like perfectly bought in. Yeah, this you could read as just like he is handsome, he is her mate and whatever, and like it doesn't mean anything other than like she's scared right now. But I could see how you could read this and be like, why are the warning bells going off? Does that actually maybe foreshadow something, right? Like, I see that.
Yeah.
So he says, I'm afraid the refreshments are a long way off. So either, I don't know if he means like
literally,
physically or like time-wise. Like they're coming much later after the rite is done.
Gone, or that, it's either way earlier they were here or way later they're coming.
Or I'm saying
physically
they're
very far like in
away.
another realm or something. Or, yeah, like, does he believe that she did have friends and they left her here? Like, what is he thinking right now?
I don't think he thinks that.
But he called to her, according to you.
I don't know if he intentionally called to her or not.
This is AOE summons? Like,
potentially,
any humans come to me.
No,
Papa's here.
Like mate, maybe. Potential mate come to me sort of
You're
thing.
saying Rhysand posted up in a field, started jorking it, and like
No!
dark magic calling all ladies? Like,
I guess we could think that's how it happened, yeah.
he's probably up in the air doing it, like,
If I tell you something like that happens at some point, what would you say?
I'm a fucking genius. That's what I'd say.
It may be a while before her friends return. May I escort you somewhere in the meantime? And he tries to give her his arm. She says no.
Enjoy the ride and try and stay out of trouble.
So you're not a part of the spring court?
Her biggest gamble yet.
Why is that the question, though? Why is that the question?
I don't know. I don't know why that's the question.
He says, do I look like I'm part of the spring court?
And that's what I'm saying.
And she comments again on how he's so arrogant.
No, I'm not part of the noble spring court. And glad of it.
And then when he says that, he goes like this, like to be like, because of the masks, which I was like, that's kind of cute. Like, I think that's kind of funny. He says, why are you here then? He says, because all the monsters have been let out of their cages tonight. Yeah, they've all been let out of their cages tonight, no matter what court they belong to, so I may roam wherever I wish until the dawn. And like saying like we've let all the monsters out, like we are playing hardcore with the like, he's a monster, he's scary, he's bad.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah.
Which I have liked from day one. I liked him showing up. I liked him being the bad guy. I liked him being the bad guy.
It's fun. Yeah. And it's fun for him to be like this sexy, debonair, helpful guy. But then it's like self-proclaimed monster. And you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that
well, I'm scared now. Yeah.
Too good.
Too good.
So she's like, I had enough of this. Because his smile's turning cold and cruel. Okay. She says, enjoy the ride as blandly as she could. And then she goes back to where everybody's hanging out by the cave. And she's looking around at all the fairies and the masks. And then, uh-oh.
One russet eye.
One metal eye.
Whoa! Feyre!
And she's like, uh-oh. Shit, it's Lucian.
And in a montage from CW's The Flash.
Yeah, he runs over.
Throws her over his shoulder and...
He runs over. He says, what are you doing here? She says, I wanted to. He just says, idiot.
Idiot. Useless human fool.
And I just want to comment, though, how nobody ever comes for Lucian for being mean to Feyre. And they will come for Tamlin. And I know people just like can't do this. I'm not talking about Tamlin in book 2. People will say Tamlin in book 1. You see all the signs. He's so mean to her, but not a motherfucker ever is like, Lucian's literally screaming idiot in her face and picking her up and slamming her on the floor at the manor and telling her she's useless. Nobody has anything to say about it. And it's just because you guys just end up liking Lucian long term. So all of his sins don't mean anything.
They get washed away. But Tamlin's the ex. So Tamlin's bad forever.
And it's just like so weird. I'm like, honestly, idiot. Yeah, like he's right.
People gotta believe that once you cross a line, once you're an ex-lover, whatever, you're bad forever. I never have to consider you a human being again.
Yeah.
Everything Talon's ever done now is bad, tainted with the sin of pissing
whatever he
me
does
off,
in the future.
whatever.
Yeah.
And they're just irredeemable so that they never have to think of them again.
It's just, and it's like Lucian is more overtly like yelling, cruel in what he is saying to her. At every turn in this book.
Lucian has put her in danger. Lucian has not showed up when he said he would to help her.
Yeah.
Lucian has said, if you died, I'd kind of be happy.
Care.
I don't care.
Literally.
He's mean to her. We're not calling him Lupin.
Lupin? Why would we exactly? What?
Like tampon badge and Lupin.
Lupin doesn't mean anything. That's
what can we? What would be?
What is a thing that like? What's a lube?
What lube? Lube and tampon. Lube.
Yeah, nobody goes back and says this scene. He screamed idiot in her face, and he picked her up without her consent. Lube. I'm gonna start doing that.
Hashtag lube in the comments.
So whatever, he slings Feyre over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes. I am just gonna keep calling these things out, though. That we make choices in these books because the thing is hot. Lucian slinging you over like you're nothing over his shoulder is not just like something that we were like, he had to do that. He had to break. Like, these are intentional choices by the author to be like, they're big and strong.
Yeah.
They're throwing you around like a rag doll.
Yeah.
You're like a little...
You have almost no agency in this world.
Yeah, exactly. You're like a little submissive baby to these big fey men. That is the point, and I love it. Just, I'm sick of everybody in all of these arenas, with anime, with books, with everything, acting like these goonery things are like
not
gooner.
Yeah.
They are. And as if poking the sexuality of somebody for fun is a bad thing. It's not. Anyway.
You heard it here, folks.
I just want to point them all out because there's things that people are like, that's just incidental. No, it's not. It was intentional to make you have a little feeling about
it was the horniest way to fast travel. That's literally what it was.
100%. So whatever, he runs really, really fast. And he throws her down onto the floor in the manor. He says, stupid mortal, didn't he tell you to stay in your room? She says, this is what I can't take. This is what I can't take, and no magic excuse is gonna write this one off. She says about CALANMAI and what was going down there, that was hardly anything.
Yeah.
What just happened to you and what's going down there and how these people are behaving, which you were warned about, is not enough. Not warned enough, but you were warned. That was hardly anything.
Hardly anything.
Giant fey men trying to drag you into the dark woods was hardly anything. Lucian says, that wasn't even the ceremony. By the cauldron, if Tam found you there. She said, so what? I was shouting as well. I hated feeling like a disobedient child. Like, I kind of get it. I kind of get that she is here against her will.
Sure.
She doesn't really have a lot of agency in terms of her life right now. And maybe they aren't being so respectful of the difficulty of that cycle, right? Like, Lucian and Tamlin aren't being the nicest. Lube is included, okay? They're not being as nice about it as they should be, so I guess she's, like, acting out because of it, but it is to an unreasonable degree.
Yes.
Which, again, don't mind if the character is just being bad for this, because we're exploring that. But I just feel like all of these qualities are, like, bundled into, like, that's what makes her a real girl boss who gets everything she wants in the end. And it's just like, that's the part where I'm like, you lost me.
Yeah.
You lost me on that one. He says, it's the great right. Cauldron boil me. I liked that one. Yeah. Didn't anyone tell you what it is? My silence was answer enough. She doesn't really say anything. You know what? We're kind of on his side, like, that nobody bothered really explaining it to her.
Yeah, it, like, makes sense. And, like, her wandering out there, magic aside, like, it's probably bound to happen, considering how she is. And the fact that nobody gave her a heads up.
That is true, because you are, like, at the same time, when we're like, this tracks, it's not weird of her to do that, given her track record. It's like, okay, so if you are Tamlin, though, or even Alice, like, you know that. You know she does crazy things.
I really think they're just so busy with other shit.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And maybe the magic of approaching CALANMAI is very, like, rote for them. They're very, like, we're getting pulled into the thing.
Maybe.
I can't think about a human right now. Yes. And so they don't.
I liked, she said, she could almost see the drum beats pulsing against his skin. Like, she did a lot of imagery like that. She dropped lines that I thought were cool and, like, got me in the, like, yeah, I'm there. Like, I'm feeling it. He says, Fire Night signals the official start of spring. And in Prythian, as well as in the mortal world, here, our crops depend upon the magic we regenerate on CALANMAI tonight. Okay, so like this is pretty important. We gotta be real. This is like the difference between like starving to death.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
It's like whatever. So it's important. But I did like that it says, I stuffed my hands into my pockets. Tamlin had said something similar 2 days ago. So she is recognizing, like, he did tell me. They don't know what Tamlin told her. He didn't tell her enough, but he did. Lucian, I think, thinks now that she hasn't heard anything. And she's admitting to herself, like,
he might have mentioned something like that.
He said that, you know. Lucian says, we do this by conducting the Great Rite. Each of the 7 High Lords of Prythian perform this every year. Since their magic comes from the earth and returns to it at the end, it's a give and take. So every single High Lord, but this got me excited, right? My first go through, I was like, okay, we're crafting a world where this is a part of it.
Sick.
Cannot wait to learn more about, like, that's so, like, if I were writing this, my brain would be like, holy shit, I'm so pumped when we're exploring around and we're hearing about people and we go to the other courts, like, to give, even if I don't do, like, a full CALANMAI ceremony for every single one, like, you know, drop a little bit of lore. Exactly. Involve this in some way. I don't think that ever happens. Does Rhysand ever do a CALANMAI? Because this is suggesting my guy's gotta go fuck other women.
Is he the High Lord?
Yes!
Oh, so.
He's like, what is this right? I'm still confused. He says, tonight, Tam will allow great and terrible magic to enter his body. The magic will seize control of his mind, his body, his soul, and turn him into the hunter.
TM.
It will fill him with his sole purpose to find the maiden. I like this game.
Yeah, this is a fun game.
From there, coupling magic will be released and spread to the earth, where it will regenerate life for the year to come. Tonight, Tam won't be the fairy you know. He won't even know his own name. The magic will consume everything in him but that one basic command and need. Now,
this is a weird way to talk about it, though, right?
It's such a weird way to say it. This is not how...
This is... I understand why you want to tell it this way, but this is not a normal way for people to talk about things.
You're right.
No. I like it.
ChatGPT-ass answer.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so, whatever. I love the idea of this. Like, if you're trying to, like, play around with, like, an erotic scene, an erotic fantasy, an erotic setting, this is a great setup.
Yeah.
Fantastic. The hunter, the maiden... him being like out of his mind. That's why we like werewolves. Like, hello. It's
100%.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why you like vampires.
We didn't even reach that far. This is just hot stuff. We're playing with the regular toolbox of hot stuff.
Feyre asks who the maiden is. A fair question.
Yeah.
Says nobody knows until it's time. After Tamlin hunts down the white stag and kills it for the sacrificial offering, he'll make his way to that sacred cave, where he'll find the path lined with fairy females waiting to be chosen as his mate for tonight.
Kind of sick.
Sick.
Kind of sick.
Yeah, she says, what? And then he laughs and he says, yes. All those female fairies around you were females for Tamlin to pick. It's an honor to be chosen, but it's his instincts that select her. And then, yes, what does she say?
But you were there, and some other male fairies.
Which to me...
Yeah. It evokes backshots once again, right?
I feel like Feyre's being like, oh, y'all are gay. Y'all gay? You're gay?
You're gay. Yeah.
You're gay.
You're gay.
It's so boring and crazy to me that she's like, but there were male fairies there. And instead of being like,
it's an orgy,
it's an orgy, we're fucking. And he's like, no. We're there to get the extra females.
God, it's like so het. We gotta be like, it's so het. Feyre's like, wait, but was it a little gay? And then Lucian's like, no. We're there to bang the other chicks once Tamlin's done squirting his load all over the cave. All right, he grabs the big milky ones and starts plowing her, and then that's our signal. We can start having sex with the other chicks.
The other broads.
The leftover broads, you know what I mean? It's a good fucking time.
Oh, God.
Definitely not homosexual at all.
I'm kind of... Only reason I'm accepting it in this very specific instance is because it is a fertility rite. Perhaps it needs to be...
Sure.
Like a male-female
As if energy. A little gay sex thrown in wouldn't inspire even more...
That's what I'm saying, right?
Lust,
it'll facilitate...
The banging.
everything.
Yeah.
I think.
But also Tamlin's taking that energy in. He can't stop it. It's so big. It fills him up. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot.
Yeah.
And to go with what we were saying earlier about it being like kind of a bit of a rape of Tamlin as well.
It is.
Tamlin's being fucked by the earth a little.
Sure. Yeah, like he has to give up all this agency.
He loses his agency. She's so upset
But you
about
can
it.
see it's like, I'm like, from his point of view, it's kind of scary. I'd be scared if they told me to do that.
He's going to wake up in the morning and be like, oh my God, I'm aching everywhere. I gave crazy back shots all. I don't even know what I did. Like,
right. He like has some memory and he's like thinking about the maiden and then it like, but it's like actually Lucian. He's like,
oh no, again, another year.
Yeah.
That's probably how it's always gone for 490 years. And everyone's like, stop fucking Lucian. We have so many hot girls here. And he's like, I'm not trying to. He tricks me.
Yeah, when Feyre says, but you were there and other male fairies, my face burned so hot and I began sweating. Which to me, I'm reading as like, she's like, oh my God, it's getting gay.
It's getting a little gay.
And is she upset or excited? I can't tell.
Yes. The answer is yes.
She's like, oh, that's why those other 3 fairies they like thought that I was there to fuck. Oh my God.
Did she not pick up on that? Is it kind of letting them off the hook a little?
Well, the question is, like, would they have done that not CALANMAI?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know.
We can't know.
I have no clue.
We'll never see him again, I'm sure.
So yeah, he says Tam's not the only one who gets to perform the rite tonight. Once he makes his choice, we can all mingle. It's not the great rite, but our own dalliances tonight help the land too, right? So they're like supporting Cass.
Our own dalliances. It's a crazy way to describe what's about to happen. Why did I do it on my own? I interrupted my own talking.
We gotta wait for Tamlin to pick his lady. They're gonna go have like bestial sex in the cave, and then everyone else can go fuck if they want, and they're like supporting the crops. Yeah, Lucian's like, you're lucky I found you, because he definitely would have smelled you, and he would have claimed you, and it wouldn't have been Tamlin who brought you into that cave, and I don't think you would have liked it. Tonight is not for lovemaking. Okay, well, first, like, if I were Feyre, I would be like, bold of you to assume I was looking for love making. You don't know anything about me, Lucian. Bold of you to assume I would give a fuck. He is into the idea, she's not into the idea. But that is fair. In all actuality, like, love the fantasy. In all actuality, if somebody was like, this person's absolutely out of control, I'm like, love that. Yeah. But for real, scary, right? Like, I can't actually handle that.
This part of the, this last part of the chapter, her, like, waffling and kind of, like enjoying and then pulling back and pushing back. I was totally fine with it. Because I was like, fine. This is a situation where it makes some amount of sense.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be so hot, and you want to pretend this. It being real is kind of, as much as the idea is fun, is it's scary.
It's
You're
frightening.
like,
druidically infused monster man slams me into a wall and he doesn't even know his own name. Like, that's scary.
I know, but then I'm like, but would I want to be the maiden if I lived there?
Yeah, if you live there, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But for her, I get it.
Imagine being, like, functionally immortal, like they're hundreds of years old, and it's like, you have to hear the maiden getting pounded every year, and you're like, I want to do it. Every year, it's like...
that would be so sad if you keep going. Like, that happens, and you're like, that's, like, so hot. And you're like, I want to be the maiden so bad. You keep going and not getting picked.
Well, you're getting picked. You're just not getting picked to be the maiden.
I want to be the maiden.
Well, I understand. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if Lucian picks you, it's not so bad, but...
Well, I don't know. It's 500 years, and apparently it takes 96 years for a baby to be a normal height or something, so...
Yeah, because I'm like, I could see a world and an existence where being the maiden, I would want it.
Yeah.
But I could also see being Feyre and myself in fish out of water, overwhelming scenario where I'm not a powerful high fae lady, where I'm like, oh, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's scary.
In a fantasy sense, in which this is a book, of course, it's so hot to imagine Tamlin werewolfing out and being the cockiest, most aggressive, sexy version of him he could be. Lucian's like, I gotta go. I need to return before he arrives to the caves and at least try to control him when he smells you and can't find you in the crowd. There does seem to be some sort of implication here that like they really are hungry for humans.
Yes, that seems...
in a horny way, but I'm not sure why.
Oh, I assume that had to be a plot point. So, okay, so that's just not...
I have no clue.
So then Feyre's just so special?
I don't know. I'm not
Whatever.
sure what it means.
All right.
She says it made me sick, the thought of Tamlin forcing me, that the magic could strip away any sense of self, right or wrong, but hearing that some feral part of him wanted me, my breath was painful. I relate. Like, I get all of those feelings.
But.
And there's always a big but.
There's always a big but.
Lucian says, stay in your room tonight, Feyre. No matter who comes knocking, keep the door locked. Don't come out until morning. I liked the setup of how ominous that sounds.
Yeah.
I wish, because I think it's stupid that she leaves her room right after this. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. That part's, because there's no magic pull coming, making her go to the kitchen. Like, that's just a Feyre decision and it's dumb. I wish we had done that. I wish she had been in her room and Tamlin had been like, pounding on that door, being like hot out there and being like, let me in. And then why would she leave? I don't know. Maybe he got in. Well, I guess, but that makes him more, that's the problem. She was playing with like making him not too unforgivable here.
Yeah.
And him barging into her safe space would have been like just too far.
I agree.
Feyre making a stupid choice gives Tamlin a little bit of an out, right? But I love...
It's not a stupid choice either. It's just the choice. Like,
Wait,
she
what?
chose that. You know what I mean?
So you're saying she was like, he wants me, and I kind of want to see it happen?
Correct.
But
she wants to tempt
She
it.
can't get mad at him then.
I can't imagine she's mad at him, but you're telling me she might be. We have...
I don't know.
We have to also deal with the fact, I mean, she's shitty and annoying, and she's 19. So it's like all these things, there's a lot of jealousy building up in her.
I get that, but like after almost getting gang raped in the woods,
Yeah.
you're gonna tempt this?
Feyre
hot, yeah, but like...
do be liking the dark black
I know,
blood.
you're right.
She likes this shit. She keeps putting herself in these bad scenarios. Also with blue men. It's always blue men. Nagas and...
Who else?
The Naga was blue. These guys were blue.
They were not blue.
Oh, why did I think they were blue?
What?
I just keep thinking everyone's blue.
I don't think they were blue.
Everyone's blue in this world.
We saw ACOTAR recently. Everyone's blue.
That's why.
I don't know. There's like complexity to this. Because if you do take the reading that Feyre loves dark things and is really intentionally seeking them out, which is sort of supported by the text, like that's seems like a good reading. Her ending up with Rhysand makes a lot of sense given the beginning of how their relationship goes.
Yeah.
And I like that, but I just want it to be like that's
because
the thing. And that's the
like
exploration.
Yeah.
I want it to be like she's dark and he's dark and everybody's being dark together. But that is an interesting point. So yeah, she goes to her room, she falls asleep at her vanity.
No, that's interesting. I keep thinking about it.
She was like looking at herself.
Yes. I think the word vanity is important here. Like, she's constantly thinking about who is the maiden that I'm not. Uh-huh. And then when she was talking about earlier, like, all these fae are, like, having fun at this thing I'm not invited to. And then she's fantasizing about them giggling and her not being invited. And it's like, this is all about, like, this, like, she has this dark little, like, nugget of, like, why am I not in the center? And the maiden is getting the center role.
That's true.
And now she's fixated on it. She's like, that's not me.
Okay, yeah, I was taking a much more charitable, like sweet
I think
baby
feeling.
I
think it is both. I think
you're right. It is both. I'm imagining her now, like after that conversation, like sitting down and like looking at herself and being like, can I imagine myself being like appealing to
maiden,
him?
Can I do? Yeah.
But then there is that like vanity to it and arrogance to it of like
me over all of these beautiful fae creatures are.
No, I think when I say vanity, I'm saying maybe she is being like, yes, me.
Well, yes. Okay. No. Yes.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. That's the arrogance.
But so she falls asleep at her vanity.
And this is now almost like a dream brought about by settling in her vanity. This fantasy sort of scenario happens, right? But I find it hilarious that the thing that gets her into trouble is the fact that she still has not eaten, right?
She's hungry.
And she goes to get food, which then tells me that she could have gotten food before and did not need to go to this festival at all. Because the first thing that got her out of her room was like, I didn't eat. I'm really hungry. And it's like, oh wait, so there is food in the kitchen?
Yeah, there is.
And you just skipped that? And you just like, well, like, I'm going out there.
Yeah, so she's
refreshments. Food's been on the mind.
The timing of it is interesting because she wakes up when the drums stop. She feels, I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, she feels like the magic like sweeping over the land and like go through her.
I like that. Yeah.
And then she like blushes because she thinks about like what the source of the magic was, which I think means like Tamlin came.
Literally.
Tamlin's come was so powerful. We went like...
It woke her up. Like the last reverberation of his nut woke her up. And she was like, whoa.
But then I'm like, yes, her deciding to go to the kitchens now, while I understand she's hungry, is like, but that having just happened, he's coming back. And we see how fast they can run. He's going to be here in the next 5 minutes.
Of course.
If there was ever a time to not leave the room, it's right now. Well, right now.
It was past 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. Well, he'd certainly taken his time with the ritual. She's mad. She's big mad. Which meant the girl was probably beautiful and charming and appealed to his instincts. She says it's italicized.
She's something
nasty in her mind about this.
There's something erotic about the jealousy. There's something erotic about the jealousy, right?
We're playing with her, her wounded heart as like an erotic focus almost.
But it's curious because you're like, is it her heart? Because so much of the feeling she's having is more about like her worthiness and her is she attractive, is she worth this, is she appealing, and like a lot less about like I care about Tamlin.
Am I hot enough for him to want me? He's hot.
And he is.
And she talks about how he's hot.
Yes, she does. And she's like, well, whatever. I guess the girl probably liked it or whatever. She like went of her own free will. And I guess like Tamlin's really hot and has like a really good body and whatever.
I did love that paragraph. Yeah, it is so 19-year-old.
Yeah, totally. That's
upset
like
girl.
Good 19-year-old.
Yeah.
So she's looking at she's still got her stupid snare set up. She's looking at that. She's like, this is fucking stupid. That's not keeping anyone out. Why did I even do it? She says she needs something to do with her hands.
It's very important. She needs to be active.
Yes.
So she
should go masturbate.
That is what she should be doing with her hands.
Yeah, I know. That's
Instead,
what I'm saying. She gets rid of her fucking snare.
Which could topple any Fae. We know that now.
She says, well, yeah, it did take out Alice. It took her out. She says she unlocked the door and strode into the hallway. Hello, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What a ridiculous holiday. Absurd. It was good that humans had cast them aside, which was funny. But I think it's crazy that there's no reason given even for her to walk into the hallway. She just goes. Like, she kind of says it late. It was just like, and I'm in... This is a crazy holiday, and I'm in the hallway.
I'm in the hall. Who knows? Yeah, she's carbo maxing, so that's like the real goal. But like,
yeah, she goes to the kitchen, she eats a bunch of food, and then she's like, I gotta go paint
a bunch of food.
She does eat a lot.
She
of
eats
food.
half a loaf of bread. It says, but yeah, and what is she painting? She heads to the room to paint to get the furious images from her mind.
She gonna paint like fucking?
I think so.
I love that.
I love it. Use art to get rid of because when she's thinking about the maiden too much and Tamlin's sexy body, she got caught in a loop, and then when she stands up to the vanity, it says she hissed. And I'm like, she's so fucking mad.
She's sexually frustrated, and I think it would be frustrating at 19 because you are like coming into your sexuality, so like all of that's very like loud and confusing for you, and then you're like here amongst like the most adults, right? Like the craziest version of adult and sexually mature, and like we're like, this is boring, like not boring, but like we're so comfortable with this. And you're like, bro, I'm now, because it's like almost like when she was with Isaac Hale and the humans, there was a place to explore it amongst them that felt appropriate. It would be frustrating to be like, they're all so hot, they're all fucking, and I'm not allowed because how am I fucking them? Which she will, but if you think you can't, I'd be frustrated. So yeah, I mean, she's about to go paint when like, okay, hold on, somebody's calling.
Wait, can you silence that? Like, we're live.
What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, we're at the end of the episode.
Who is it?
It's Tamlin.
The fuck?
Okay.
Tell him I'm here. Tell him we don't need him.
He says he wants to come. I don't know. He just said he... Okay. All right. Yeah. You can come. All right. Yeah. I'll see you in a little bit.
He's going to come. He's coming here now?
Yeah. He wants to
Did you tell him we were almost done?
Yeah, I tried, but like he said he's all dressed up. He wants to be in this part. He said it's important to him. Do you really want me to turn him down?
No. All right.
I'm sure you're coming back soon.
I didn't even get to like say my name in this fucking episode. This is bullshit, honestly.
Oh, hey.
Out of the way, pipsqueak.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey.
Hey.
It's so cool you could make it.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Woo!
I'm good.
It's been a night. It is crazy. CALANMAI, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Woo!
you good? You good?
I'm good. You're good. Yeah.
Everyone's good right now, right?
I think so. I was feeling good. I didn't think I'd get on the podcast, but I heard you guys were filming, so. Woo!
Yeah, okay, we got rid of the other guy. Feyre has the same experience as me. She's shocked, right in front of her in that hallway is a large man. Although, oh shit, he's supposed to have laurel leaves on his head.
They fell off on the way over here, yeah.
Yeah, but he does have these blue whorls on him. Very, something like that. And the baldric.
Yes.
Which, honestly, I don't know if him coming back, if he still has that or not.
He does. He definitely does,
okay.
Yeah. Going somewhere.
Which is so weird. Because he said, that's the name of one of our episodes.
Yeah.
Because he said it when the Puka was there. He said, going somewhere.
Yep.
He says it again.
He loves this one line.
He says going somewhere. She says, midnight snack. What are we doing?
She's getting a midnight snack. That's
Why?
it.
So she notices from the smudges in the paint, she knew exactly where he'd been touched, which goes on down. Goes on down.
It's a little smudge down there, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And this is weird, though. I just want you to put a pin in that.
What?
That description of the blue paint and the smudges down there. Because this will be relevant in a completely, like, unrelated way.
We be repeating. Authors can't stop repeating.
So she is about to pass him. Which I wouldn't be trying to pass this man right now, knowing what I know.
Yeah, well.
And he grabs her so fast, I didn't see anything until he had me pinned against the wall. And, okay, she's not from behind. She's forward, right?
Yeah.
And the cookie drops from her hand. You have to do more voice acting now.
Yeah.
Back to Tamlin. He says, I smelled you.
I smelled you. I searched for you, and you weren't there.
This is getting dangerously close to like some sort of audio porn I would personally listen to.
God forbid.
Right. So she can tell that he smells strongly of magic. When she looks into his eyes, no kindness, none of the wry humor and gentle reprimands. The Tamlin I knew was gone, and in his place was
the Hunter.
Which it seems like it still has little bits of Tamlin in it, which honestly, like, sexual fantasy-wise, that's kind of the dream. That's kind of what you want. Yeah. So she says, let go, and his claws punch out, embedding into the wood
just like
above her head.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
We call this in the biz erotic. You drove me mad. And the sound trembled down my neck, along my breasts, until they ached.
I like that her breasts are aching.
Just from the power of his voice.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that.
Well, he's filled with this life-giving spirit. So her, like...
Right, her
mother impulse is, like, starting to, like, inflame.
Yeah, totally.
I searched for you, and you weren't there. When I didn't find you, it made me pick another.
Well, so she should feel real good about this, right? Like the fact that he's like, I really only picked another person because you weren't there. I don't know. There. You would have been picked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I do want to know. Should I add this to my document? I'm like, why would she have been picked? There's got to be. There's something about her, but I don't know what it is. And has it been revealed?
Like why she's so special?
Yeah, has it been revealed what is so special about her exactly? Or I'm just supposed to be like it's something. I don't know. He says, "You got all this?" I'm just doing this for me. Sorry.
She asked me not to be gentle with her either. He snarled, his teeth bright in the moonlight. He brought his lips to my ear. Uh-oh. I would have been gentle with you, though. I would have had you moaning my name throughout it all. And I would have taken a very, very long time, Feyre.
Oh my god. I liked there, it says my back arched slightly.
Arched slightly.
I feel like that, this is like real shit.
This is good stuff.
Yeah, if somebody says that to you, assuming you like them, and like they have built up like
they got right. a thing.
And I understand he's like out of his mind right now, and he is. We gotta respect that. But like that would be hot. It would be hot if you're attracted to somebody, you have tension with them, you're building up a relationship, and then they hit you with that in their primal form.
In their primal, Super Saiyan mode.
I think it's interesting, though, even in the primal form, even when the magic's huge and big and taking over him, he's still saying, you would have wanted me to have been gentle with you, and I would have done it.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, doesn't that say something about Tamlin?
It does. It does. It does say something about Tamlin. And I also maybe wonder if it says something about the hunter a little bit.
Interesting.
Because I think these girls want it rough.
Yeah, which she says she did. And it's like, great.
And it's like, he does that. But I think he's like, oh, if the maiden doesn't want it rough, we do what the maiden wants.
That's so interesting.
It's kind of...
Do we do what the maiden
I don't
wants?
know.
Or is it just that we do that for Feyre?
I don't know.
But it's interesting because he went out of his way to say, it wasn't like I was rough with the maiden, but I would have been gentle with you. It was... the maiden asked me to be rough with her.
And I was. But I wouldn't.
But we very clearly stated that she wanted it.
Yes.
So it's like...
Yeah. So he's doing what...
He can do whatever. He's
just supposed...
He's so multifaceted.
Whatever you need, he's got you.
He's got it.
This is the best he's ever looked, though.
Absolutely. So... Yeah. He ripped his claws free from the wall, and when he does, her knees buckle, and she, like, kind of falls down.
And that's bad, because now where is she in regards to him?
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So she grasps the wall to keep from sinking to the floor. She opens her eyes, and he still smiled like an animal. Oh. And she says, why would I want someone's leftovers? I don't know if I'd be pushing it right now.
Feyre can't help herself.
Why would you be pushing your luck with this? I don't know. I don't really get it.
I don't know. I mean, you're in a dangerous position. Like, this is...
Yeah, right?
You're in a rough spot.
It's hot and dangerous.
Yeah.
If when it's real, it's dangerous.
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to say that.
She's very jealous, though.
I understand.
I feel like jealousy is like one of her main emotions right now. So
yeah,
like that's...
and I guess it's like tracks with her being like, oh, those guys were trying to drag me into the woods. No big deal. No big deal.
Yeah.
But so when she says, why would I want someone's leftovers? He grabs her hands again and bites her neck. And his teeth clamped onto the tender spot where my neck met my shoulder. He didn't pierce my flesh, okay?
Yeah.
But rather bit to keep me pinned. Which honestly, that's the hottest option.
Correct.
That we could have.
And it evokes this big, like, canine / like lion, like maw.
Yes.
Like he's pinning you to the wall with his teeth. Mm-hmm. Hot.
Yeah.
Really hot.
So then, yeah, his bite lightens and he's licking the places his teeth had been. He didn't move. He just remained in the spot, kissing my neck intently, territorially, lazily. Mm-hmm. And Feyre says, heat pounded between my legs as he ground his body against me, against every aching spot, and she moans. There's like, I don't know how much I have to say about it other than like, I think it's a well-constructed erotic scene.
Yes.
And agreed. I think we gave a great out to keep our, like, that is... world building wise completely coherent in terms of like Tamlin still like when not beast form, a valid love interest. He has this one werewolf quality to him that makes him hot but also doesn't like negate the goodness of him outside of it. It is hot for the reader to be like, oh, I'm in this like thing that's like erotically charged because it is dangerous, because he is such a big, dominant, beastly figure. I don't, like, for my tastes, I don't know that anything past this, maybe some stuff with Rhysand, because I can go pretty dark with it. But not much comes close to this for me, which really is unfortunate because I thought this was my starting point and things would keep compounding in a direction I like. Where like, to me, this was a peak and I don't know that I ever like reached it again. There's like one other scene that's all, I like every scene that everybody's like, that's so we're really fucked up about that. That shouldn't have happened. Unfortunately, those are the ones that I like the most. Yeah. There's one scene with Rhysand that is like story-wise is really weird. It's pretty weird, the context of the whole thing but it is like a hot scene and I like it. He jerks away.
He hits her with a good line, but yeah.
You say it.
Don't ever disobey me again.
And then for a second, she's like, maybe I'm going to listen to him. Like, okay. She's in subspace.
Yeah. And 100%.
Then she snaps out of it. And then she reconsiders and slaps him. Again, kind of crazy. Don't tell me what to do and don't bite me like some enraged beast. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not expecting her to be like, let's go fuck now. This isn't scary or dangerous to me. Like, of course it is. I think I wouldn't have even probably left the room, to be honest with you. I just don't get knowing he doesn't even know what his name is. Yeah. He is possessed, like actually possessed by like it's not an evil demon or an evil ghost or something, but like essentially the equivalent of, in a sense.
Yeah, in a way.
If they told me you were getting possessed by something really scary.
Sure.
It's going to be like violent. Or somebody's giving you a drug. They're like, unfortunately, it's going to save his life, but for 5 hours, he might try to murder you. If I went in the room, I'm not going to...
You're not like testing your
luck. I'm not goading you.
Yeah.
And I'm also not going to blame you or hold you responsible. I don't know if this is crazy take, but I'm not
going to slap me in the middle of it.
Well, maybe I would just to be like, get the fuck off of me, and I gotta get out of here if I thought that was feasible.
But you're not going to be like, don't tell me don't...
It's like, I don't know, let's have some... I wouldn't hold it against you. I'd be like, why did I go in that room? Why the fuck did I do that?
I don't know what else I expected, yeah.
I got exactly what you said.
Don't disobey me again.
Right, but again, like, that's one of these things that's put in there... Because it's like we're doing Daddy Dom.
Yeah.
Don't you ever disobey me again. It's just for you to go like. Ooh.
It's just hot.
A lot of people like we could list. I could take this little scene and make a little document where I go, let's label every kink in this scene right now, right? Yep. And there's like 12 or more
at least
available to me to list, and that's the point.
Yeah,
that's the point. She put a bunch of them in because each one will like spark something for somebody.
Yep.
And that's why people got excited and they kept reading. Said, oh, that chapter was fun, and they kept reading. It's just how it goes. And sexual fantasies they don't exist to be moral. They don't exist to fit into optics well. They don't exist to be good. They exist in a crazy space of the psyche that is just, it's like, it is deeply symbolic, right? Like everything, like kinks and like what people like, it's all very symbolic, like an art, like a dream to get you a feeling.
Yeah.
And everybody has their own symbolic language that manifests for them. And again, those things just don't necessarily look great when taken super literally. But it's supposed to exist in a much more nebulous space, right?
It requires nuance at the beginning. That's the problem.
Yeah. He does his, don't ever disobey me again, whatever. He chuckles when she chastises him. And then Feyre's thinking about how she's dying for his mouth, his tongue, his teeth to be all over her body, including between her legs. And like, truly, like I too would be scared, but I too 100% would come away from this being like, I'm horny now.
She thought she was horny before. She pounded she's going to go back to the kitchen and get the other half a loaf of bread. That's what I'm saying.
She needs more cookies.
She needs her blood sugar to like put her to sleep.
And then his nostrils flare while he's looking at her and she's thinking that. And like you kind of get the sense that he can tell she's turned on.
Yeah.
Right? Which I love. Actually, one of my favorite like horny tropes. And then he growls once, low, frustrated, and vicious, and prowls away. But I think the fact that even in this like half fucked up state, maybe more than half, he still doesn't actually like, he doesn't drag her into a room. Like he leaves her. He controls himself.
He does.
Well, okay. I think
so. How bad was that? He did an aggressive flirt session that lasted 15 minutes.
It was a little bit more than a flirt.
She liked it. He liked it.
Scary can be erotic.
And that's it.
The problem.
That's the problem.
But again, yeah. So anyway, people really like like to come for this scene.
I can't imagine how. I literally cannot fathom.
I agree with you.
She went out there to get her smell all over the fucking place, and then she left her room. He didn't go. He didn't break into her room.
No.
He respected the possibility that her door was closed, and she's walking around the house eating food.
And like, would I read
in
the
a
book?
silk robe?
Would I read
like,
the book where he broke into, where he's slamming on that door and he
of
breaks
course.
in? Yeah, I would. I would read that book right now.
But these people are like making a mountain out of like literally nothing.
Out of like the trope of the genre. Do you know what I mean?
Don't read these books.
We have no respect for the agreement made in certain genres for what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I do get frustrated by this, but I also feel like Sarah herself slaps the hand.
Yep. While feeding.
And yeah, exactly, which is crazy.
Like, oh, you want some food? And it's like...
and there's like, of course, you have to keep it realistic. So like Feyre being scared, Feyre being...
Sure.
That's the thing you need to do as the author, of course. But there's a thing that goes too far where it's now become like, you're dumb for thinking we had a tacit agreement play in the erotic space. And I don't like that. No. I don't like that. But anyways, hot scene. But I also think she knew it was going to be hot. She knew people would like it.
Of course
she knew.
Because
everybody's like, oh, she had this plan to show how secretly when men act this way. I think the argument is complete garbage when you consider how Rhysand falls into the exact same tropes. We do the exact same tricks to get you turned on and then also give you outs. It's the same games.
And he's not a man. He's a spring monster.
Especially right now.
He's literally a spring monster right now.
He's
the
really
king of spring.
He could be a spring monster all the time, but he's not.
He should be.
He should be. But like what? Once a year, he's a spring monster? Okay, he's a were-spring? Yeah. So this was long. I'm so sorry.
F. No, don't say sorry. They love this shit.
I hope so. Well, I unfortunately did really make you wait around and work for your SURIEL.
Yep.
Unless you scrubbed forward.
Bitch, don't do that.
Hope you didn't. You missed out.
You need the code in the middle of the episode to get it, for real.
Okay, no. So actually, to get the SURIEL, here's what you got to do. You got to subscribe. You have to be a subscriber. I would say like the video, but just do that to be nice because I can't actually see who liked the video.
Just give it a like.
Right, thanks. And then you need to comment on the YouTube video.
Yep.
You have to say, the word SURIEL has to be in your comment. I don't care how it happens. Be creative. Find a way to get the word SURIEL in there, and I will know that you would like to be entered into the giveaway. And like I said, I think there will be more SURIEL in the future to be won.
To be won. To be claimed.
But that's our SURIEL for now.
I had to make a little rope trap and a chicken wing put out for that one. So
one rotisserie.
It was one
chicken
buffalo boneless chicken.
We should say what type. Yeah, what type of chicken did each SURIEL?
Yeah, this one definitely had a barbecue boneless buff wing.
You just said buffalo.
It was a boneless wing with barbecue sauce. That's what this one went for.
That's what this one wanted. Yeah. Okay, more chicken wings in the future, more SURIELs to be caught. Thank you guys for watching.
As always, much love.
We hope you had fun with Rhysand and Tamlin. And we are excited to keep going. There's much more to come.
You don't have an option. You're contractually obligated to make more and more episodes.
Oh. Right.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know, Tamlin actually has been forcing us to make these.
It's all part of the contract. You shouldn't have killed that wolf.
I know. I'm really sorry. I got scared.
Has nothing to do with it. Just keep making episodes.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.